Good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome to VSL season 12 of the championship. This is round number 5, and we were in Jeddah a couple of weeks ago. It feels like a long time ago, but we head to the track where it's been quite new in the F1 calendar, the newest in the F1 calendar. It is the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It should be an exciting one. I need to turn my mic down because it's very loud and I don't want to deafen you. There we go. That's probably a better scenario for you. My name is Jess Ball. I'm on my own tonight. No co-commentator with me, but that's all right. That is absolutely fine. We should still be able to keep people entertained nonetheless, because we've got some great drivers in action today. 16 drivers, I believe, have turned up. We were waiting for Yarham. That's why we were taking just a little bit longer to join the lobby. But last time, some interesting things came about. Finley, the little bottle that he is, he forgot to do his two-stop because he followed the safety car in. And there was a clear rule in the rules that you can't do that. So he got disqualified. Leroy actually won the race, and he's now leading the championship on 65 points. Both the Ferrari drivers actually did very well in that race. I will have a look at the main results, but it was Leroy, and then it was Excite did quite well in the race. The key to. And there's quite a few drivers that did well. There was quite a few DNFs as well, quite a few pile-ups and quite a few safety cars. I think this is one of the tracks where I think we're going to get loads of safety cars as well, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. There were quite a few drivers missing last time out as well, so that's why the order of the championship has changed ever so slightly. So we've got Leroy on 66 points, Glock on 55, Finley in third on 51, so still all to play for. Nick in 4th on 48, Excite 5th on 43, Lakita in 6th on 32, JP in 7th on 31, Matt Ryan in 8th on 27, Speed Knighton in 9th on 26, Lewis Craig in 10th on 25. Then we have Yarham on 21, Kev on 17, Dak on 16, Kieran on 13, Stephen on 12, JTX on 12, Waitsy on 10, Matt on 10, Julie Show in with 8, and Ahmed with 7 points. And if you're not on the standings here, you're not good enough. Joking. And then we got the constructor standings. So we've got Ferrari on 79 points. They're leading the way at the moment. We've got Alfa Romeo on 75. McLaren on 75. AlphaTauri on 61. Haas on 60. Aston Martin on 55. Mercedes on 43. Red Bull on 35. Not used to seeing them down there. Alpine on 30 and Williams on 28. So a few teams really need to step up their game a little bit to make sure they get their laps together. So I'm trying to find the first person that is going to be out on circuit. It will be, as if I change my scene, it will be Lewis Craig. Now, Lewis Craig currently sitting in 10th in the standings. He's more than capable of getting decent results. His best result was round number 3, around Monaco. And he got some solid points there as well. It was reverse grid back in the day as well. So we'll see what you can do here after missing Jeddah. So let's have a quick look around this track. 6.12 kilometres street circuit, 17 corners. And you've got the famous Las Vegas Boulevard as well. It is comparable, the average speeds, to the Temple of Speed. And you're heading towards near the spear section now, and you're heading towards the chicane, where it's very tight and you have to brake extremely early for the corner. So going through turn 6, 7, turn 8, and then turn 9. Flip the car to the right, aim as close to the wall as you can, but do not hit the wall, obviously. And there's a little kink of turn 10 then, and then another little kink of turn 11. I don't really call these turns, to be honest, but that's what F1 have called it. Heading towards turn 12, and this is the famous Las Vegas strip. You do not want to be leading the pack towards the end of the race, because there's going to be people that are going to be breezing past you and it will just go crazy. So We've got Deck, who's got the 1:32.7, who's set the first lap time of qualifying. He exits the penultimate chicane. Bit squirmy on the throttle there. But he looks quite comfortable heading towards the start-finish straight. So what can he do then to kick off his night in style? 1:32.949. We've got a few more people coming up to the line. Where are you? Oh, Philly's on a lap. Okay, Philly's on a lap. We got a Red Bull of Matt Ryan, who's just about to finish as well. No, he's not going to finish. It's his teammate about to start a lap. But he'll be next, as well as last time race winner, Leroy, who's won 2 races in a row. He called the strategy absolutely perfectly. And it would help if I actually unmuted the sound there, so you'll be able to hear the sound. And he's currently fastest with a 1:32.474. So he's currently out there on top with Deck and second. So we got a Ferrari 1-2. We got Excite there 4th, Matt Ryan 5th, Steven 6th, Casper 7th. A few people just getting some cycle laps at the moment. Ahmed is next in the Williams, still in the standing sheet. The image it's given you, but he has shown in previous races that he could potentially do more as well. So, foot to the floor as he goes through this straight up to line he goes, and it's 4th place for him as he gets the car slowed as well. Speed Knight comes across the line in 7th. I know you could go quicker than that. Here is Mr. Bottle of Finley, and yes, I would like to call him Mr. Bottle because he completely bottled it last time out in Jeddah, but he goes fast anyway with a 1:31.3, which is about a second quicker than everybody. Julie Show will be up next as he goes 6th fastest. Has looked good around here. Quite a few drivers have looked good around here the past. Last time we were here was back in season 11. It was round 14 of the season. It was close to the championship finale. And obviously only one winner so far, but Lewis Craig has won here before. And it was raining, I believe, in Tier 1 last season. I believe I commented on it. I don't think I missed Vegas, but I remember it was raining in one of the races I commentated on Vegas. As we got one of the Alpines who almost had a moment there. But I think he's going to go back into the pits anyways. Most people have done their lap times. Interestingly, the Julie Show has done his lap time on the medium tyres. Just a reminder about the format, for those of you that are unaware. They do get a point for pole position. So, points count. As I like to move my mic over. Points count in terms of pole position. You don't get points for every other position in qualifying, unfortunately. It's just tough luck otherwise. So, Lewis Craig is on his outlap, warming his tyres up. He wants to get the glory points today as well. I think we've got a few people in front of him on laps though. There is Lakitu. Whilst we're here and whilst people are on outlaps, it will be good to go through Stewart's results. Hang on a minute. Yeah. So there was an incident where Kev was at fault between himself, Deck and Tony, and the report was that the driver has impeded one or more cars and caused them to damage, causing them to spin or force them outside of the white line. And Kev was at fault due to the car behind, unless being actively involved in an overtake, has responsibility to avoid contact, and he'll be awarded with a careless driving penalty, which is 5 seconds. Lakitu's 3-second time penalty won't be removed due to the nature of the cut. And I think that was it for Jeddah reports. So that was it for Jeddah reports. We do have the bingo that Matt Ryan has very kindly set up. And he's predicted that the stewards are going to have a very busy night Now, oh, okay, someone's binned it in the final corner, or did he retire? Or did he want to start near the back? So Nick has retired and started near the back. Or I wonder if he has binned it in the final corner. Interesting to note there. But everyone else going to try and complete their lap times. Now, yeah, one of them was stewards have a busy night. And lobby starts after 8 p.m. Well, lobby starting out after 8 p.m. And the bingo is saying that not Matt, Glock's going to get pole today. Well, he was saying in the Discord before, earlier on, that he was not confident in getting pole. So there was people like Matt Ryan and probably myself as well that were having the expectations on him quite high, which is obviously understandable because he has had quite a lot of poles in VSL. He didn't get one last week, though. It was Philly that got one 2 weeks ago, I believe, for his pole in Jeddah, which was quite impressive. And there has been a few moments around this track in real life where the infamous drain covers were the issue and it ruined Scientist's car and it got so bad that it damaged the floor and Science got a 10-place grid penalty for it because they use a lot more components than intended during the season. But I feel like that was a bit unfair personally, but there we go. So that was one of the few moments as well. Of course, Max Verstappen won in real life. So, Glock then, he's going to come up to the line to finish his lap. And what's it going to be for Glock? It's a 1:31.6, 3/10 slower than Finley. So, and then we've got Deck, who's purple in sector 2. Well, well, well. I hope that's not the game telling porcupines. If that is Deck saying he's got purple sector 2, then that is pretty much insane to me. But you never know with these games sometimes. So, will Deck surprise us? 4th. Now, he's getting used to the wheel, I think, more than ever. Like, at the start of the season, he was a bit worried that he wouldn't get used to it, but he's getting better in each race as goes on, so it's great to see. Always like that progression when they start off with something that they're not as comfortable with, like a new piece of equipment, and then as soon as they get used to it, the reward is just so much greater for it, which is great to see. Any more people on lap time? We've got a Haas of JP, I believe, but he unfortunately has invalidated, so he won't take any further part in this run, but he's going to do one more run. Speed 9 is going to be on its out lap. Steven, who is going towards the Las Vegas strip now. You need to compromise the setup, which will be good for certain chicanes around this track, but it is a lower downforce track compared to other tracks. So Steven, he's got some moments to negotiate. Tier 2 driver from last season. What can he do here with a mixed ability grid? P11, not too shabby from him. Not the slowest right now. The key to is he's got some time to improve, and he goes up to 4th on much worn tyres compared to his rivals. Let's hope he doesn't use those tyres in the race. I think it's Speed 19 up next as he heads towards turn number 5. Let me get the telemetry up a second, because I am allowed to get it, because... Oh, it's because he's using no ERS tool. So what people are doing is they're going on banker laps and then going on another lap afterwards, because they think it's quicker around Las Vegas and more manageable with the tyres, because the tyres can get so cold. It was a lot colder in real life than it is on the game, and that is an interesting fact as well. The tyres, I have it written down somewhere, that the drivers are going to be on, is that we got the highest tyre to the highest tyre compound available. So we got the C5s, the C4s, and the C3s. And, yeah, yellow flag for people moving out the way. But It's been knighted in some races, not doing too bad, but there's some races where he is bottled. So let's hope for him there's a race where he doesn't bottle. He's currently in the top 10 in the championship, which is very good for him. He's in P10, but he's on a push lap now, so I'll keep an eye on his progress very soon. Julie Show goes in the pits. Lakitu goes in the pits as well. Lewis Craig in 9th. He's hardly got much fuel, so a few people are going to be, I think, out of sync compared to everybody. So we are going to watch them very closely indeed as they negotiate the final parts of their laps. Past the Qatar Airways sign and the other one. And I don't know why it's branded there at Las Vegas, but there we go. Lewis Craig up to the line, and that is P5 for him. So, at the halfway mark, Finley and Glock class their own in the top 2. Then we've got Julie Shea and Fair with a 132.0. Close followed by Lakitu with a 132.129. Lewis Craig 5th with a 132.281. Leroy Hasselager 132.474. Deck 132.547. And Leroy is rooting for Deck in the chat. Also, shout out to Stephen as well in the chat. Hope you're doing well. And if you are in the chat, if you are watching, please say hi. I will be checking the chat quite a bit during the stream if moments get quiet. So please do get involved throughout as well. Ask any questions or get any predictions in for qualifying. Who do you think is going to get pole position? I'll have to check out the mandatory stops by myself today. But anyway, Lewis Craig is going to go into the pit lane. And I believe Pete came across the line in P9, so he improved just a bit. But unfortunately, he's not going to have time to go again. So there will be a few people doing that. But anyway. So I know why Nick retired. Because someone, I'm not going to say who, because I don't want to call them out. Someone impeded him. That is not good. So Matt Ryan is not wrong with saying that the stewards could be busy tonight. Well, we got one report at least for this evening. Because the ones who impeded last week, well, a few weeks ago, got severely penalised for it. So there we go. Lewis Craig goes into the pit lane. People on their final runs now. Ahmed being one of them. Let's make it count, says Ahmed. Up to the line. And he does not improve. He might have improved in the time, but not position. Tony, as I get the lap data up so I can see if they're down or up in terms of sectors. Still no sign of Yarham, so it looks like Yarham is going to be, unfortunately, missing tonight. Tony keeps lagging for me, which is very weird. I hope it's not the lobby wearing hissy fits again. Our pole man from a couple of weeks ago is about to start his run. He goes through sector 1. Half throttle through there, then go forward. He's hit the wall. He's hit the wall a little bit. He's got minor damage, but that probably might have compromised his run going through 4 and 5. Because obviously you're not allowed to wall ride because damage is on. We'll see what he's set to. Oh, well, I kind of jinxed him there. He's not going to be able to improve his laps. I think the only person that could improve on the lap is Glob, but we've still got people finishing their lap times. So we have got Ahmed, and we've got one of the Alpines of ERT Casper, who is invalidated. Never mind. JP comes across the line in 4th place, so that is very, very decent for JP. Tony has invalid. We've got one of the Salbers of Excite. I need to get used to calling them Salbers now. So we'll see what his set to 2 is. What's his top speed going to be as we head towards the end? He's about a 10th up in the middle sector. 220 miles an hour, so comparable to most other drivers on the grid in terms of top speed. And when they get so close to war, I always get like a bit frightened in a way for certain people. But, oh, that was an invalidation for Excite. So Michel Goris has got an invalidation for him. What about Steven? As Finlay does not improve. What about Glock? Let's keep an eye on Glock. He's about 3 temps up. That could mean business for the Aston Martin driver. He said, oh, he's not going to get pole, he says. And, oh, he was 3 temps up and he's gone into the pits. He would have got pole. So, unless he doesn't want pole, or he might have lost in the final set, I don't know. But that baffles me, really. But it is Finlay that takes his 2nd pole in a row. You get some points for that. Well done. We'll go through your order in just a moment. But from 5th down to 9th, very close. Actually, down to 10th, very close. And then we got Stephen and Tony quite close together. We have a few separations, but we could see some battles on our hands tonight. And I can't wait for that. Let's look at your results then. Finlay out there on top with a 131.393. Flock in 2nd with a 131.665. Julie Show in 3rd with a 131.827. 4th is Casper with a 132.031. Then we've got JP 132.038. Lakita in 6th, 132.129. Lewis Craig in 7th, 132.281. Leroy Hasselhug, 132.474. Det in 9th with a 132.547. Speed Knighton in 10th with a 132.638. Then we've got the likes of Stephen, Tony, Ahmed, Excite, Matt, Ryan, and Nick. Nick did not set a lap because, unfortunately, according to Discord, he was impeded. So, that was kind of interesting. What will the weather have in store for the drivers for today's race? Well, it's only one way to find out. So, the Las Vegas event, of course, marked the first time last year that F1 raced in Las Vegas since the 1982 Caesar Palace Grand Prix. And there was a race under a car park, which I can't really imagine how that would work. But I don't think the drivers will want to drive around the car park. There's a track where they could drive around the stadium. That's Miami. And a quick reminder of the calendar, actually, because it has been a while. So, obviously, we've got Las Vegas this week. We got Japan next week on the 6th of March. Then we got Brazil on the 13th of March, Hungary on the 20th of March, Singapore on the 3rd of April, China on the 10th of April, Belgium on the 17th of April, and Portugal on the 24th. Luckily, the season ends in good time because we found out yesterday that the new game is coming out on the 31st of May, which is very early, F1 24, but luckily we don't have any clashes. So, very, very happy about that. Ray has just joined as well, which is great news, but he is on default setup. And I know default setups around here can be absolutely awful. So I wish him the best of luck for that one. If you haven't already and liking the action so far, make sure you do leave a like and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell if you are new. I am going to make a note of all the pit stops that the drivers make because it is mandatory to stop. They could not pit under safety car. Any safety car stops that they do make will be non-mandatory. And they can't follow the safety car in. Cough, cough, Finlay. I hope Finlay remembers that this week because otherwise that will be very annoying. Very frustrating. The drivers will have time now to pick their setups ready for the race and make sure they can keep their head down for the amount of laps that we got. Tyre wear can be increasingly high around here. I would expect to see, I think, quite a few people to start on the soft compounder tyres. But we could see people starting on the mediums. Luckily, no rain as well, which I think is probably a relief for the drivers. So the one that says dry race has helped there. I think we could get a speeding in the pit lane, actually. Leroy qualified top 5. I can't remember. I think he did. I will need to check if he qualified top 5. Hang on. Let me scroll back. No, he didn't. P8 he qualified. So there we go. So quite a few bingo cards that unfortunately just not going to work out, sadly. But yes. Who is your money for this one? Who are you rooting for to win the race for Las Vegas Grand Prix? Season 12 of VSL. Follow us on X and Instagram at VSL_F1. We also just started our rally season, so if you want to find more information about that, go on to the rally Twitter at VSL_rally, as Tony has left the session. That's not good, Tony. Hopefully we won't get a glitch in the formation lap, because otherwise I'll have to ramble for very long and it will just be utter chaos. So Tony, if you're watching, don't join yet, because there could be glitches. Right, so let's look at tyres. So Finley is on the soft tyres. Glock is on the softs as well. Julie Show's on the mediums. Casper's on the softs. JP's on the mediums. The Keaton's on the softs. Lewis Craig on the softs. Leroy on the softs. Deck on the softs. Speed Knighton on the softs. Stephen on the softs. Tony on the softs. Ahmed on the mediums. Excite on the mediums. Matt Ryan on the softs, Nick on the softs, and Wade on the softs. So only 4 drivers have opted to be like, you know what, I'll go on mediums, which is, I think, a very brave call, considering I think we could get at least one safety car. So could be interesting. As they head towards the spear, this is a very... There's people going very fast in the formation lap, and there's people going very slow, but it is quite a long lap. 25 laps await our drivers, though. And there's been some drivers that have been very unlucky in the past around here. Lando Norris being one of them. So that could be interesting. The winner of the previous Las Vegas races, by the way, they ended up being Alan Jones and Michelle Alboreto. I think I said that right. And there was only 2 as well, which could be interesting. So we're about to get underway. Finley is going to be leading the field. He's going to try and hold people up, ready to start the race, warm their tyres up. Hopefully it won't be too cold. I have noticed around here, every time I try and warm my tyres up, they still get cold anyway. So it's just the nature of it being cold. So, few people getting disqualified from the formation lap. That was Glock being one of them. So, and Casper getting disqualified as well. Oh, come on. I don't want any more disqualifications. Are we going to get any more? No, Pete. Ahmed. No, Excite was fine. Oh, Tony, you joined at the wrong time. Matt Ryan. You going to be all right? Nope. Nick's fine. Waze. Yep, he's fine. Okay, cool. And we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights for round 5 of season 12 of VSL. It's a go. And the camera angle, by the way, is absolutely poor. But let's see who gets a good start. It is Finley that cuts off Glot in towards turn number 1. Nicely done from him and nicely defended. Casper has got a good start trying to go around the left-hand side in towards turn 2 and 3, which he does. Casper's up to 3rd. We got a pile up in the background. Nick's already up from last attempt, so he had a good start. The one who didn't have a good start was last season's race winner from Tier 2, Lewis Craig. He's had a bit of an issue. There's also some things going on in the background. Looks like they're A-okay with that one, but turn 1 could be very messy in the first few laps. So these drivers got to be careful. Now heading past the sphere chicane, which most of them have done all right at the moment. Leroy looking quite close to Julie Show. Again, having the toes crucial here. You want to be brave to potentially try and go for the moves here. Oh, that is quite tight. Oh, Leroy! As Leroy and the Red Bull Julie Show made contact. I did say, oh, there's pile up as well. Quite a few front wing. Ahmed got caught up in that as well. Waze might have done as well, but I think he's still right in that train. You do not go side by side. That's how I ended my race around here, because someone understeered into me when he was trying to go for the move, and that was my race over. So that is proof. But they still survived. No safety car for that though, all VSC. As Casper comes in, so I wonder if he's got damage or if he's going to get his first stop out the way. So let's keep an eye on him in terms of his pit stops. That will mean I have to make a stop done early, it looks like. So we've got Casper, Leroy. So we've got Casper, Leroy, Matt Ryan. Where are you, Matt Ryan? And Tony, who luckily has just joined. So I'll give you a rundown of who has stopped. So it is just the 4 people. Oh no, it's Ahmed as well. Yeah, forgot about him. Forgot about Ahmed. So let's watch the battle for the front again. Finley pulling away ever so slightly. Unfortunately, timings are not updating, so it is not showing when they can make possible moves, which is a bit frustrating. As Julie shows out the race, VSC, and Tony has gone weird in the pit lane. Oh, okay. Tony is suffering internet issues and game issues by the sounds of it. I did cut quite a bit there because, yeah, but we got a VSC for that. So what happened to Julie Show? Is his car still there? No, but it's not. So we got a VSC for that. Tony's still in the pits. Because every time I go on board with him, it's just, oh. He said he's still in the pits, but he's not. He's got no front wing either, by the looks of things. Yeah, it's just the guy. I don't think he's rejoined properly. I don't know. Well, that's weird. So he's desynced, everyone. Oh, safety car. We got a safety car, but it's still saying VSC. Right. Hold on. Let me do this. No, that's not reset itself in the way. Hopefully it says a safety car for everyone else. So ignore what it says at the moment. So, but that means if there's a safety car, that means Peter's done a non-mandatory. So I will write that down. Now it's a safety car. Okay. But it took a while to show in the game. Ahmed has got... Oh, I need to put the lap, not how many times. So Ahmed has done a non-mandatory. Yeah, so basically anyone that pits now, it's just non-mandatory. So pretty much, Speed Knighton has only done 1 non-mandatory. Everyone else has done at least 1 from 10th downward. So if the top 9 decide to pit, they can't, because They can't be on the safety car. As Tony has left the session and he's DNF'd, which is a shame. Bit unfortunate that his internet has been playing up today. What can he do? My internet was playing up last week as well, so there could be times where, there could be most weeks and most days where your internet is absolutely perfect, and then you get a time when you actually have to go for a league race and your internet decides to have a bit of issue, which is a shame for that for them. So we'll go through the positions gained as well. So we got JP up 2, Lakita up 2, Deck up 4, Excite up 8, Nick up 9, Sebin up 8. No, Sebin up 3, sorry. Wade's up 8 as well. Lewis up 3. No, down 3. And Matt Ryan up 3. But don't forget, a few people have pitted. So I think we're just waiting for one driver to catch up, and then the safety car will be in at the end of this lap. And as they say in NASCAR and IndyCar, cautions breed cautions. And in Formula 1, safety cars breed safety cars. You get the picture now. So Finley, whatever you do, you cannot follow the safety car in. No one should follow the safety car in, because otherwise they're going to be in the spot of bother. But yes, I will actually find some Las Vegas F1 facts for you, because I forgot to do that when I was preparing my notes earlier on after work. I forgot to do that because I am an idiot. But F1 is making its reappearance in Las Vegas later on this year. And to be honest, it surprised me in a good way. It was pretty decent. It was better than some races this season, not gonna lie. But we obviously had better races. This circuit, believe it or not, was designed by Herman Tilke, as does quite a lot. 2 Red Bulls, one on the podium, and then it was Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc did get pole, but he bottled it in the race. And no, it wasn't that. It was just Verstappen being fast, like he usually is, and I'm probably predicting him to do well again this year as well. Not that long to go to start the season tomorrow. It's the first practice, and I'm at work in the office tomorrow, so I'm going to miss it. I usually catch the first practice. I usually watch it. I usually book the time off work for it, but since it's on a Thursday, I can't do that. But anyway, here goes Finley, and Finley pulls away. The Keto, side by side, through in towards turn number 1 and 2. JP up to 3rd. Yellow flag, that is Matt Ryan, has had a moment once again. Maybe we could call him the new spin merchant, I don't know. Ahmed struggling a little bit as well in the background, but we got Casper and Waze up in front, who were the ones who pitted earlier. Going side by side in towards turn 5, and now in towards the spear chicane of turn 6 and 7. Casper can keep his line, but with the more durable rubber for Casper, that's helped him very nicely. So one of the softs are going off a bit more quickly than expected. Or maybe he's just finding it harder with a default setup, because as Wade was saying earlier, and what he pointed to about in the chat, he was running a default setup. I'm keeping an eye on JP actually, because JP is saying that he's got fuel issues because he's got a yellow warning light. What's up with the safety car? There was a chance to save a bit of fuel, so that's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. Heading towards lap 6. Nick gets past Excite. He's done a great race so far. And we got Casper, and there's Craig. Glott's going to go for the lead. Because Finley comes into the pit lane. So Finley pits at the right time, which is good. But I wonder if everybody else is going to be doing the same thing. Yes, we do. So we have pit stops for... one person. We've got Finley. We got Deck. We got Waze. And we have got Matt Ryan. Where are you, Matt Ryan? Some people have done their 2 stops already. That is interesting. Right, let's look at Waze's stops, actually. Because I'm trying to remember when the safety car was called out. Because did he do a non-mandatory or was it mandatory? Let me have a look. He has done 1 stop. Okay, he has done 1 stop. Just checking. Just double checking. By the way, so I'm just going. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Lakitu, that was it. That was who I was meeting. Lakitu. The Glock already has pulled off a 1-second gap to JP at front, so he's loving life at the moment. But don't forget, has to stop still, and the undercut could work a difference for maybe a second or 2 per lap. So the more you stay out, the more you're going to lose time. Casper to the inside of Excite as he's up into P4. Lewis Craig is into the box as well. So that is his first stop done and dusted. Happy days. So he's going to go on to... Oh, and that's Speed Knighton doing his first stop as well. First mandatory stop for Speed Knighton. So they're going on to the medium tyres. So pretty much the top 2 are fighting for it. Casper and Nick are fighting for it. And we've got the likes of Leroy wanting his own train with Excite right now. So it is starting to quieten down after the safety car. To be honest, I was expecting another one straight after, but thank goodness we didn't get one straight after because I'm going to cry. But knowing me, I would probably jinx people. And people will hate me after that. So, the ones who are on the sauce at the moment, Stephen, Nick and Glock, they're going to struggle with tyre wear around about now. On fresh rubber, they gain about 3 or 4 tenths per lap. But with older rubber like this, once you pass the 20 to 30% mark, that is where you're going to lose quite a bit of pace compared to the ones on fresh rubber and on mediums. So if I were them, I'm a bit surprised some of them have not gone into the box. And speaking of someone going into the box, there goes Glock. So Glock comes in to the pit lane. Nick also comes in to the pit lane. I don't know why I put Kev, because Kev is not racing. So where I make that. There. Oh, no, I don't want that. Quite a few pitches actually as well. So that is Michelle. So that was Michelle, Stephen, and Lakitu. For some people doing there's 2 stops already. Going on another set of mediums though. Quite interesting. Kind of interesting indeed. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've got everybody. So we've got Glock. Oh, did Glock just pit? Oh, safety car. Safety car figures just come out. Now, what was that safety car? Oh, Stevens binned it. That's why. Stevens binned it. I was writing down the pit stops and I didn't see who it was. So, I will need to check the stream to see if anyone came in when the safety car came out. Looks like they got away with that. So that's fine. That is absolutely fine. But no one can pit as of now. So the ones that are not are going to be absolutely screwed. I will give you about who, as Stephen said, you're such an idiot. Right, so Julie Show is out of this race, so I will mark him down as, oh, hang on. Google have moved quite a few things. I believe everybody has done their one stop, apart from JP, Casper and Leroy. So JP, Casper and Leroy are pretty much screwed. Oh, no, JP. Oh, yeah, Leroy pitted that one, didn't he? Forgot about that. It's JP who's screwed because he hasn't done any stops yet. Everyone else has done at least one stop. Did Lakitu pit under safety car or was he okay? Let me have a look at the stream. I think he was the one to pit under. Yep, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. So a few people still having a few more stops to make. Most of them only have one more stop to make. Now, whilst we have a moment for the racing still to commence, let's talk about the season. Starting off in Bahrain, racing on a Saturday, which I can't find quite interesting, but it's because Ramadan is next week and they want to have a decent gap for that. I still think the Red Bulls are going to be quickest. Sorry to people that are not Red Bull fans, but I still think Red Bull have a decent car this year. But who's going to be, like, catching them? It's going to be tough. I would say Ferrari are looking good again on one lap pace. Mercedes might be hiding a bit of pace as well. I'm hoping there'll be some good signs from McLaren. Hopefully they're hiding some pace and they could challenge as well, potentially. Alonso, I expect great things from him this year as well. I think we almost certainly know that Haas are going to struggle. No offence. I even seen in the media that the team principal are turning down their chances of them even doing well, and I just don't see the point. If your team principal is not confident that they're going to be getting out of last, then how on earth are you going to be motivated by that? That's going to be, I think, another Netflix story. And did any of you watch Drive to Survive as well? I won't give any spoilers for those of you that haven't watched it. The first few episodes I really liked. I think it was the first 3 episodes I really liked. It was good. Some very good storylines that potentially did not know about. It was quite good. I still didn't like that it was not chronological at all, but there probably might have been a reason for it. And I do prefer the NASCAR one, because I started watching the NASCAR one this evening. The NASCAR one is very good because they go through a stage. They start with, I think, the race, the end of the regular season race, and then they do, I think, they do one episode for the round of 16, then 4 get eliminated from that. Then they do one for the round of 12, one for the round of 8, and then I think they do, I haven't watched all of it yet, but then they do one for the Championship 4 as well. But yeah, what I watched so far of that NASCAR-esque Netflix show, which has quite a few episodes already, I think personally, I think it's better than Drive to Survive, because you can relate more, like it's chronological, you get it. There's a reason. They follow like certain people as well, and there were some interesting things I did not know about, so I might watch NASCAR a bit more. Anyway, NASCAR aside, safety car is going to be in this lap, as JP is going to be the one controlling the field now. So let's watch him with his restart. When's he going to go? Now you're going to get a massive tow through here, so if I were you, if I was JP, I would leave it as late as you possibly can. He's going to go now, I think. Yes, he's going to go now. He's got the foot to the floor. And Finley, as someone's lost their front wing, someone's lost a bit of their end plate damage. That might have been, I don't know. Oh, there's pile up. One of the Aston Martin's gone off. That's Glock. So, Glock's struggling a little bit. Glock's got no front wing. Or is it Waze? Or is it Waze that's got no front wing? Or is it both Astons that got no front wing? Now, Waze has got no front wing. Glock's fine. He just had a bit of a spin. Nick's up to 5th. So, I thought he was the one struggling, but he was the one who backed out of all the chaos. So, fair play for that. Because, to be honest, that's what I would have done. But there was a bit of carnage behind. Deck and Ahmed having a bit of a battle there. Deck up to 6th. One of the Red Bulls and Matt Ryan getting caught up, cutting the chicane. To be honest, I do not know how he got away with that, but you got to do what you got to do. I may as well delete the drivers that are not here tonight, because otherwise it's going to absolutely confuse me. On the spreadsheet, that is. As Excite now has a run on the back straight for Ahmed. Yep, he's got them. And then we got Pete versus Matt Ryan versus Lakitu. Matt and versus Ahmed as well. They're all going to be slipstreaming each other down the Las Vegas Strip. One of the most iconic straights on this circuit and maybe even the calendar. Someone's also end plate again. So I think we could see people dive it into the pits for an early second stop, which I think for most people won't be ideal, as we got a lot of pitters. So we have got JP. So JP, of course, had to come in. So that was his first stop. Casper is in as well. Leroy is in. Then we got Deck, that is in too. Ahmed. As someone got damaged, so they gone. There we go. Then we got Glock, and then we got Waze. So Waze and Glock. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people have done their 2 stops already. So let me just check a minute. So, so yeah, Ahmed has done 3 stops already. Yeah, he has. So, yeah, luckily he has just pitted though. JP's on softs. I don't think softs are going to get to the end, my friend. I just don't think so. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so I have counted it right. It's harder to track when I'm on my own, you know. DRS has been enabled for the first time in a while. So that is a chance for people to get a needed tow, especially on the Las Vegas Strip. So your current order at the moment: Finley in first, Nick in second, Lewis Craig in third. Speed Knighton is going to do his second stop as well at the end of lap 12. So he comes into the pits. He's going to go on to a set of mediums, which should get to the end, but I do believe he's repairing a little bit of a front wing. So that was why that was a end plate missing. That explains it. So Glock hit Finley. That was why Finley... okay. So I knew it was one of the Aston Martins that lost a bit of end plate. There was so much that gone on there. Thanks. And this is why I would have someone like Rando, who's not here tonight. I was meant to have Indigo tonight, but he had other plans, unfortunately. So they would have probably spotted what was going on at the back. But yeah, a few people have gone into the pits because they had damage. So yeah, that was why Ahmed and P had come in. But at least they've done their 2 stops. It's all good. The key to side by side. Well, he was going side by side with Excite. The 2 Alfa Romeos, the 2 Saubers, I've got to say, are doing a decent job in 4th and 5th spot right now. Hang in there as well. Could get some decent points in the Constructors. And now for the ones who did have damage at the safety car restart, is about trying to nurse what they can to get their tyres to the end of the race, which they should be able to, but it's going to be tough. So I think the closest battle that we got on track will be Lakitu and Excite. Glock has just set the fast lap of the race for the 134.494. So the net race leader at the moment is JP. He had to come in because he had to stop. So the ones who still got to stop are, do the 2 stops, are Finley, Nick, Excite, Lewis Craig, and JP, I think. Yeah, JP. And don't forget there were a few people that retired, so of course they can't complete their 2 stops. The key today is going to challenge his teammate. Are there going to be any team orders, or is he going to go for it? He's going to try and go for the move on Lewis Craig instead, which he does. I thought he would have helped his teammate there. Matt Ryan is going to... Yeah, Matt Ryan's going to the end. Yeah, I think... I might have said Matt Ryan by mistake. If I did, I apologise. I have noted him down as him doing 2 stops, because he did 1 stop on lap 1 and 1 stop at the end of lap 5. All completely legal. So if I said Matt Ryan, I meant someone else. I can't remember what I meant, but yeah. 11 laps to go of this Las Vegas race. Look at this, Lewis Craig fighting again. He's hardly got any battery, and around here, the batteries tend to not last too long around here if you use them up around here. As JP down the inside of Matt Ryan. Don't forget, Matt Ryan's on tyres can get to the end. JP has to stop once. So JP had to get that move done, really. The ones that I've mentioned can't afford to have a safety car. Pretty much the top 6 can't afford a safety car. Those are the ones who need to stop. Apart from Lakitu, who's 3rd. So Lakitu is your net race leader at the moment, in 3rd. But let's watch Lewis Craig defend for Michel Goris, and we'll see if Michel is going to be using a bit of his battery to get past potentially. I don't think he is. No, he's going to wait for a little bit, which is fair enough. He's got the DRS, but it's quite tight for them. JP catching up as well. So pretty much the Haas is in an Alfa Romeo sandwich right now. And Lewis is doing all he can to get on the podium. But Lakitu is nursing himself with a penalty as Lewis Craig almost got the edge on Lakitu. He's going to use quite a bit of his battery for turn 5. Not a move I would have done on this lap, but he's going to go for it anyway. In towards turn 5 and make a bit of contact there through the exit. But I think Lewis Craig, if I were you, just stay behind and get past on the strip. Oh my goodness. The Alphas, I think it was Lakitu, almost went off the track there. Be careful, Lakitu, you don't want to get another penalty. You've already got one already. So I think you're passing the back straight now. When there's Plaza, obviously we got Hell's Kitchen is on this Las Vegas strip as well. Imagine how much people have paid to actually watch a race here. It's absolutely massive. As I think Lewis Craig is going to get Lakitu here. On the end of this straight. Nicely done it from Lewis Craig. He's going to try and do all he can to hold on to this position. Now, I think the ones that stayed out are definitely going to go on softs. Finley is doing his final stop now, so he's going to potentially go on softs. That will promote Nick to the race lead, but all this side-by-side for turn 1, 3 wide almost. They're keeping it clean just about. One of the Alfa Romeos could sneak up the inside, but Excite drops off a little bit from them. DRS enabled for Lewis Craig. I don't think he's using his overtake though, but he's just burning quite a lot just by being on the straight. But he's able to gain quite a bit of VRS as well. So that is intriguing. So that is now your top 5. No, top 4. No. Top 5 excluding the Keto, who's going to make one more stop for the sub. So I think JP will go to, I think, at least lap 20. But knowing me, the strategy predictions will be completely wrong. And I predict that JP is going to run out of fuel as well. Because him being stupid, he probably underfueled by too much. Thinking there's going to be more safety cars than there actually is. I'm dreading to think how much fuel he's put in the car. As Leroy gets past Matt... Oh! Leroy did get past Matt Ryan, but he had a bit of oversteer heading into the corner. So he almost didn't make it, and he almost hit the wall there. JP does, in fact, get past Excite. So we've got Lewis Craig and JP in 3rd and 4th. So we've got the 2 Alfa Romeos and the 2 Haas fighting with each other. Oh, when was the last time we saw that? Oh, F1 2023 last year in real life. Battle for last place. What do you know? So, Lewis Craig, final stop for him. So there he goes. I think he did the right thing to pit them, because otherwise you would have get caught up in all this traffic, and he can get a bit of clear air now. He's going to go onto the soft compound and tyres. Matt Ryan is going in again, but I don't know why, because he's already done his 2 stops. Baffles me. Oh, he's changing his front wing. That explains it then. So he must have picked it up somewhere. My brain was thinking, oh, why did he pit again? He did his stops at the beginning of the race, but also his tyres wouldn't make it to the end anyway. The tyres he was on. So, I believe he was on their hard compound tyres as well. So, we're approaching the end of this Grand Prix. And Finley's already caught up to this train, so Finley looking very good to win this race. He has done his mandatory, so he won't get disqualified this time like he did in Jeddah. And I remember he was, I think he only realised, as soon as the stream finished, I think he realised, oh no, I shouldn't have followed the safety car in, shouldn't I? And people were like, no, you're going to get disqualified, and he ended up getting disqualified, so. But yeah. Which was just a shame for him, because I did call it out on stream. Penalty situation. I was expecting more. The Keto has got 3. Lewis Craig trying to go past Glock as well. So Lewis Craig up to 9th on the road. JP is in. I believe Nick is in as well. And Lakito. Lakito, I think, is going to try and go for fastest lap. So that's JP, Lakito, and Nick. So Finley has already passed Excite. He's still yet to stop. The only one to not complete their mandatories. Everyone else has. As Ahmed is into the pits as well. I think most people are going to try and go fast lap attempts, because you do, if you're inside the top 12, I believe, you do. Hold on, let me get the format graphic up my end, but not put it on the stream. So, fast lap gets 1 point. Okay. I thought it was 2. I commentate for a lot. Oh no, Casper's out of the race. BSC. Oh, that's a nasty crash. Glock has binned it as well. What happened to Glock? I think we're going to get a safety car. Yes, we do have a safety car. Oh, no. And we can see Glock's car. So he must have understeered into the wall. That's what happened. Now, I did say we weren't going to get any... That's bad for Michelle. That is really bad for Michelle. Everyone else has done their 2 stops. Michelle's the only one that hasn't. And he's going to drop all the way down to the back of the field. Ah. That is gutting for Michelle. I'm almost certain he's only done 1 mandatory stop. He's been on... Yeah, he has done... Because he's been on those for 12 laps. Yeah, that explains it. So, That means if I were you, get your stops out of the way. So that's Leroy, and that's JP, and that's Deck. Not a very smart move for these guys because they're going to be on the fresher rubber. They should have some softs left, hopefully. And if not, it'll be on the ones that done that. And yes, I agree, Gareth. That is huge for Finley. Good for Nick as well, because he literally pitted a lap ago. The ones who pitted just before the safety guys helped them too. But the reason why I think Finley's got this in the bag is because Excite, his tyres, he's gonna have to stay out for one lap after the safety cars come in. His tyres are not going to be good. And there's going to be people that are going to struggle to get past him. So unless people can come up with unconventional moves, I don't think anyone behind Philly's going to win this one. But you never know. I think, obviously the only one that hasn't got the win in the bag is Lakita with his penalty. And it's not going to get removed, I know that. Because you can't do that. It's only on a case-by-case basis, but I think it was just a legitimate penalty anyway. Speed Knighton stayed out. Pete, why have you stayed out, my friend? Go on softs. You're going to get swamped. Pete is going to get absolutely swamped. I don't know why he decided to stay out, really. But maybe he wants a trap position, I don't know. But if I was him, I would have gone in a lap ago. But he hasn't, so... Oh, he's in. Okay, good. I was panicking that he was going to stay out, but he's going to lose on quite a bit of positions. But he's not going to be... Or maybe he was just waiting to be on the newer tyres compared to everybody else. So, yeah, he goes on softs. So maybe he realised that everyone else came in. And I was like, oh, no, I need to come in as well. Yeah. If I was in Finley's position, I would have stayed out as well. Because I wouldn't have known what the others would have done. He pitted quite recently, so I think there would have been no point in him coming in. He would have dropped right to the back of the field. And basically he would have struggled to get position. So, yeah, he had no choice but to stay out, really. And he wouldn't have known what the others would have done behind him. So it's hard to tell. But anyway... If Philly could get a win after his disqualification in Jeddah, that will be, I think, an amazing result for him. That, obviously, with Glock not scoring points because he DNF'd. Leroy... I think Leroy could still be... Because... Hang on, let me get the points. First place gets 25 points. So... Where is Leroy now? Leroy is in 6th, and 6th place gets... Hang on. 6th place gets 10 points. So that will be a 15-point swing. Actually, no. He would only gain 10 points on... I think it could be quite close between Finley and Leroy if Finley stays like this. It's going to be tight, which I'm looking forward to. We hope the championship is going to be quite close. Safety car, I think, should be in next lap. I don't think it'll be this lap. No, it's not going to be this. Oh, what? Hang on. Safety car is coming in very... And it's staying out. Game? Why is the safety car... That is weird. It's not coming directly to the pit lane. Still yellow flag. What is going on? Someone's lost their front wing. There's still yellow flags everywhere. That's probably the weirdest glitch I've ever seen. They have to slow down to keep... They're all limited to, I think, 60, 70 miles an hour. Oh, God. And Wade's get the 5-second penalty for... That is the weirdest glitch I've ever seen. Where the safety car is still out. If it stays out for another lap, I won't be surprised if this is red flagged. That is weird. So technically it's another safety car lap. But does that mean Excite has to wait another lap to come in? I'm a bit confused. Hopefully I'm just... that is weird. That is very weird. I wonder if anyone else has seen it. Or if it's a spectator glitch that the safety car is out, but it's not popping up on our screen. Weird. Interesting. So we'll keep an eye on the shenanigans. You can see the yellow dot, the safety car, so it's not a safety car glitch. Some people were caught out by that as well. So I know Wade's got that 5-second penalty as well. Because people were thinking, oh, I could go now. The safety car's coming in. Bang! No, there's a limiter. There's still yellow flags everywhere. Which is very odd. So maybe the safety car came in, I think, a bit too late. And the safety car was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I think it will come in, I think. It will come in this lap. It's got to be. It's got to be. Otherwise it will be red flagged, I'm almost certain. So I do believe Michelle has to wait another lap, but I will check with the stewards after this. Because the safety car is still technically out on circuit. It hasn't come in yet, and you can't follow the safety car in. So my reckoning is Excite will have to do one more lap. He can't come in now. So, has safety car come in, yes or no? Phew, safety cars come in. Woohoo! Finally, okay, we can get going after a lap or two of misdemeanors as Finley leads for Michelle. And we've got Lewis Craig on the back of Nick. And that means people have one less lap to try and get past Finley. Nick's trying to get past Excite, so is Lewis Craig. Side by side through turn 3 and 4 they go. One of them will have to back off surely because it's going to be hard on the brakes. Oh, Nick to the right-hand side. I think he's got this move done. Oh, Michelle's got front wing damage. Michelle's got front wing damage, so he has to come in. Bit of a squirm, I think, and the fight between the likes of Lewis Leroy and Michelle. Both of the Alfa Romeos, I think, getting very, very screwed here. As JB got past Michelle as well. He's dropped down to 7th. So, yeah, that safety car has definitely screwed him. If he had some more soft set, I think I would have done a non-mandatory. Because you wouldn't have dropped that much. But he did drop quite a lot as well. To be fair, a lot of people got caught off guard anyway. So we are seeing Deck using his battery in 7th spot. Wade is making up where he left off, I think, soon as well. Deck. Oh, it was almost been moving on to braking. Oh, my God. As Lakitu has been passed by Lewis Craig up to 3rd. And look at that gap Finley's falling away from. I had a feeling that it was Finley's to gain here. Because I don't think Nick's going to catch up. I think the mediums are still at an operating window, which is good enough. Leroy to around the outside and towards turn 2. Leroy's up to 4th, and Michelle finally makes his last pit stop. So, after I think the last possible opportunity to do it, he's done it. But that was very gutting. The safety car came at very bad timing. Leroy's trying to get past Lewis Craig, going to be tight through turn 5. Hardly got any battery left, so it's going to be a tall order for him. I think Lewis Craig. Oh, there's a yellow flag in the background. That is, I think, Michelle. That binned it on pit exit. That adds to, I think, more bad luck for the Sauber driver. Gap coming down quite a bit between Finley and Nick, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I just don't think. I think Finley's got this in the bag. But I keep saying people got to get in the bag, and they bin it, so I'm not going to say too much now, because otherwise Finley will kill me. However, though, Lakitu. Or it could be free wide again. Lakitu's got past one driver. He's going to get past 2. He's got to be very early on the brakes here. Which he is. Very nicely done from Lakitu. So Lakitu will be on for another podium. He likes his podiums, doesn't he? He really does. DRS enabled. Lap 25 of 25. As for wide here. Oh, as people have hit the wall. Bit of end plate damage. And yeah, that's not good. Lewis Craig was doing so well, and now he's dropped down to 9th. Yeah, Matt Ryan was not wrong where I think the stewards could be a bit busy tonight. I hope not. I hope Matt Ryan is proved wrong. But JP is up to 3rd. So JP, despite being, I think, one of the last few to do his first stop, could be on for his best results in the league, which will be great to see. Gap now 1.6 seconds between Nick and Finley. And Finley's got a sector and a half to go in order to secure another victory and another 25 points. He's got pole as well, so he will get maximum. Who's got fastest lap at the moment? Hang on. Fastest lap belongs to Finley. So at the moment, he's going to get maximum points. He's using his overtake to make sure no one could catch him. Deck and Lakitu. Deck's not going to give this one up, though, but Lakita's saying, no, I want that podium. JP wants a podium as well. Deck to the inside. The other two had a bit of a squabble, which has helped Deck ever so slightly. But Finley takes another win in VSL this season and closes to Leroy in the championship after the troubles in the safety car restart. Nick comes across the line in 2nd. Deck with a podium. And that is why you should stick to something, because you improve. And that is why you reap the rewards. So good result for Deck. JP in 4th. Speed Knighton, his best result of the season, I believe, as well, in P5. So even when he lost a bit of his end plate quite a few times in that race, he still did well. Leroy in 6th. Lakitu 7th. What could have been for Lewis Craig? Ray started from, I think, last to 9th, so be avoided. I think that was a bit of carnage you got involved in, but at least he didn't DNF. So, that was Las Vegas race 2 safety cars. No rain though, because I think if there were a rain, it would have been chaos. So we'll go through your results and then we will talk about what the next track is. So for next week, Finley wins from Nick, from Deck, from JP, from Speed Knighton, Leroy, Lakitu, Lewis Craig, Rays and Matt Ryan. We've got Ahmed, Excite, Casper retiring, as well as Glock, Stephen, Tony and Judy Show. 5 retirements, which is a bit of a shame. And don't forget, top 15 score points if you finish. So everyone from Excite upwards gets points. Not particularly as much points as Michelle would have wanted, but it's better than nothing. Right. Next week then, we're going to be heading to a track that I love to drive on this game. It is Japan. But it is a track where I think it's kind of another Marmite track. You love it or you hate it, but it is a driver track for a lot of people because of the twisty corners. The S's as well looks quite nice and flowy. I think the only overtaking opportunities you got is into turn 1 and through the Casio triangle as well. But we have seen people do it through the hairpin too, so it's possible there. So 6th of March next week, I will be there. Don't know who's going to be my co-com. I think, as far as I'm aware, from what I've seen on Discord, I think it's going to be Matta joining me for the rest of the season. I might be wrong though. So I thought Vando was joining me for one more race, but I'm guessing his plans have changed. That means he probably has to do a bit of moving stuff earlier. So, yeah, I'll need to double check. But it looked like Matta will join me from round 6 onwards to the end of the season. I don't think I'm going to be missing any races this season anymore. I don't think. Because our planned holidays not until, I think, July. Yeah, my next holiday is not till July this year. We usually go on a holiday in May, but that's not happening. But anyway, less blabbling on. I'm going to end the stream. I'll let you enjoy the rest of your evening. Make sure you follow us on our socials at VSL_F1 on Twitter and Instagram, and also VSL_Rally on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to catch things rally related. But for myself, Jess Ball, glad that hopefully that you bared with me whilst I was doing some commentary by myself. Thanks to everyone in the chat that kept me on the straight and narrow as well, gave me some pointers as well. So we will see you next week for the Japanese Grand Prix. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.